Hey there everyone, I'm Sarah, welcome back to my channel, and today I am It's been a very long day. I have a little bit of a headache. I'm very tired and I'm sort of forcing myself to film this video as we speak because I don't have time to do it next week and it needs to be out. So, hello, hi, I'm fluffing it on the sofa right now to talk about, quite unironically, I suppose, if I even know what the word ironic is supposed to mean, self-care during NaNoWriMo. That's right, welcome to week 4 of my Preptober prep self-care. There's not a lot I can really prep in regards to self-care for NaNoWriMo because that's sort of a, do it while NaNoWriMo is going on. But I am going to talk about the things that I am going to make sure that I do each and every single day during my writing sessions to make sure that I am well rested, to make sure that I am healthy, fit, that I am mentally and physically okay to keep doing NaNoWriMo, because it's a very, very stressful time for us writers, and we prepare everything, but sometimes we forget to prepare ourselves. So I don't have a job. I do have a job. I work part-time. I work 8 hours a week, 4-hour shifts in the evenings on a Tuesday and Saturday. So I don't really have to worry about trying to fit NaNoWriMo in between a job. I have to fit NaNoWriMo in between caring for 4 children and keeping a house clean, but 3 of those children are pretty much self-sufficient, except for me having to take them to and pick them up from school and feed them. But in between those times, they're like pretty much take care of themselves. So, it's not that bad. Unless I'm stressed and behind and we've got lots of stuff to do. Here is a list of things that I'm going to make sure that I do, that I prepare, that I set up every day, that I do any sort of writing for NaNoWriMo to keep up with my self-care. First and foremost, I will always have a bottle of water next to me on the desk. I don't drink enough water as it is. To be fair, most of my liquid comes from tea, which is made with water, so technically that counts, and don't actually tell me if it doesn't, because I'd like to continue living with that lie if possible. Whether I'm doing a writing sprint or whether I'm sitting down to actually do a proper session, I'll always keep a full bottle of water with me on my desk where I can see it, because I will keep going for it if it's there in front of my face. If it's not near me, if I don't see it, I won't drink. And if you are, sitting down for a long ass writing session that's more than maybe an hour long, you're going to need that refreshment. You're going to need that, the healthy stuff to have. Obviously you don't have to have water, but if you are sitting down for a big session, then having a bottle of water with you is, a good idea. Not to say you can't have any other refreshments or beverages around you as you work. I will always have the bottle of water and I'll always have my cup of tea. I do have a cup of tea to show you. It is down here on the floor somewhere. There it is. It's very hot right now and I don't want to have it while I lounge on the sofa, swapping hands as I record this video. So as long as I don't get up, we're good, and I'm going to be safe. The next thing you should have, guys, doing your long writing sprints is snacks. A cinnamon roll without the icing, which, to be fair, is not actually that bad. It's actually quite nice. I don't know where it's from. I was at a birthday party today for a child, so that's where this is from. Let's not pretend that we don't forget to eat while we do NaNoWriMo. I don't eat really anyway, so it's not a massive issue for me. I can't actually snack while I do a writing session. I have to, if I'm going to have a snack, I have to eat it before I start writing, because I just won't eat it otherwise. I'm like, I don't want to stop writing to eat this snack, but I really want the snack. So if I want a snack, I will eat the snack first, and then I'll go into my writing session. But before I start any big hardcore writing session, I always eat beforehand anyway, so I will eat lunch first and then I will do an hour or two of writing, or I do sprints, so I don't really need snacks before sprints. I'm a very snacky person anyway, so when baby has a snack, I will snack as well. So I'm not too worried about making sure that I have snacks that I eat. I just need to make sure that I have actual snacks on hand for me to eat should I want to eat them. The next thing I'm going to make sure that I do is sleep, because I suck at sleeping. I don't suck at sleeping. I'm really good at sleeping. I suck at going to bed. I'm the type of person that will be sitting on my laptop doing what I'm doing. I'll check the time. It's like 10:15. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. So I'll do this for the next 15 minutes and then I'll get ready for bed. And then it's 11:30 and I'm like, yeah, I should have come off quite a while ago. Let me finish what I'm doing now. I'm not very good at going to bed at all. I used to be fantastic at it, but since I don't have any time to myself anymore, and my time to myself is once the kids have gone to bed, my brain sort of maximizes that time far beyond, you know, its usefulness and its wakefulness, which it needs to stop doing, because I have to be up early in the morning, you know, for school and stuff, and to feed the kids breakfast. So I need to make sure that during NaNoWriMo, if I'm going to be exerting extra brain energy trying to write 100,000 words in 31 days, I need to make sure that I sleep. So I need to make sure that I am done with NaNoWriMo and my words for the day at 10 o'clock at night and be in bed ready to go to sleep with my ASMR by 10:30. Will this be successful? That remains to be seen, but that is the plan, to make sure that I get enough sleep so I don't tire myself out and so I don't burn myself out. Speaking of burning out, I need to make sure that I take enough breaks for NaNoWriMo. Especially if I fall behind, I can get like super into it and I will sit there for like basically the entire day trying to write and catch up. I don't want to do that. I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the energy to do that. So I need to make sure that I take enough breaks throughout the day so I don't get overly stressed with everything. Again, this one's not too much of an issue for me because I will write when baby is taking a nap, and then my sort of writing breaks, I suppose, will be when she's awake. But it's also sort of taking a break from life as well and writing. So I'm not just so stressed and focused on the two most important things going on in my life at that time. If I'm either writing or taking care of the kids, I'm going to stress myself out. But if I make sure that I make time to sit down, plod around on the internet, watch Netflix, etc., have some me time where I don't need to think about the kids or cleaning the house, or I don't need to think about writing, just to sort of give my brain a break from the constant work that it's going to be doing. The last thing that I'm going to be making sure that I do in order to self-care, especially during NaNoWriMo, is exercise. During NaNoWriMo, I suppose during like the entire year, I guess, but especially during NaNoWriMo, I need to make sure that I am exercising, that I am keeping myself moving, that I am not just stuck in a chair for the majority of the day. I do this in two ways. The first way is I will take a walk, whether that is around the house, whether that is picking the kids up from school on an okay-ish day, whether that is just taking a walk to the park with the baby to get her out into some fresh, rainy, drizzly England air. Something so I'm not cooped up in a house all day. It gives my brain a break, it gives me a break, and it does help with the inspiration. The second way that I will make sure that I keep myself moving is to clean the house, because, you know, never is a house cleaner than when you need to write something, right? I suppose it goes in with taking a break from writing. If I do have a couple of hours where I do need to write, I will break it up. I'll write for half an hour, take a 10-minute break where I will clean something in the house that needs cleaning. That gets me up off my feet. It gets the house clean. It gives me a chance to replenish my snacks if I have them, replenish my tea, which has probably gone cold, replenish my water, which I've probably drunk, etc. My third way and this is a new way that I'm trying out this year, is desk yoga. Desk yoga is something I discovered a couple of years ago, back when I was more into yoga. I never really ended up doing it though. But basically it's just yoga, but you're sitting down at your desk and doing it, and you've got some neck and head exercises, you've got some arm exercises, a few leg exercises, twisting your body, etc, etc. It's just to sort of like stretch your muscles, relax your muscles a little bit, de-stress, all while, you know, sitting at your desk. And you know, there's nothing to say that you can't do some desk yoga while you're watching a live stream and it's in between writing sprints. There's nothing to say that you can't pause and do a few 1 minute and do a few stretches for a couple of minutes and then continue. Something to keep you relaxed, to keep you de-stressed, and to keep you sort of exercising, because that's important. So, you know, you don't crumple up like some thing curled over the desk by the end of NaNoWriMo. I have said it before and I will say it again, self-care is so important for writers. It's something that we sort of put in the back of our heads because what we're doing, our deadlines, our work is more important, but nothing is more important than us, and you know, that we are okay. And I suppose the most important self-care that you can, you know, sort of understand and get from NaNoWriMo is that winning is not writing 50,000 words. Winning is signing up. It's starting, it's taking part. No matter how many words you write, no matter how well you do, whether you decide to stop for reasons, you know, we're all winners regardless of how many words we write. NaNoWriMo is probably one of the most stressful things a writer can do, but don't let it stress you out. In the grand scheme of things, winning NaNoWriMo, officially winning NaNoWriMo, is not that important. It's not going to add any self-worth or self-value to you yourself as a writer. It is not going to discredit you as a writer if you don't finish or if you give up. It's not be-all, end-all. Winning is not everything. I always have to remind myself of that. It's the taking part that counts, guys. It's the taking part that counts. So those were the things I'm going to be making sure that I do to ensure my self-care and self-health, I said it right, throughout the month of November for NaNoWriMo. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, what do you like to do to ensure your self-care for NaNoWriMo? Do you have anything that you need in order for you to do writing? And I will see you in the next video. Good thoughts and happy writing. My tea went cold filming this video. I hope you're happy.